Next up, at UFC 290, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have the Flyweight Championship on the line. Brandon Moreno defending it officially for the first time. He's 21-6 overall, 3-1-1 in his last 5, coming off the finish win over Figueiredo. He's taking on Alexandre Pantoja, 25-5, 4-1 in his last 5. He's riding a 3-fight win streak, and he has earned this title shot. And there's also a little bit of history here. Alexandre Pantoja has beat Brandon Moreno twice. He beat him twice. It's not, I get the odds. I'm going to break down this fight, but a lot of people are just forgetting that this fight has happened 2 other times, and it did not go the way that everybody thinks it's going to go. Brandon Moreno, he is defending this belt. It is the first time, but this guy's been in title fights nonstop for the last couple of years. He's insanely tough. He's got a great chin, has a really nice pace. He averages almost 2 takedowns per fight. He mixes things up well. And it's his pace, it's his pressure, it's his will to win that really sets him apart from most. He's going to continue to come forward and stay busy no matter what is happening. He put away Deiveson Figueiredo in his last fight and just closed that out. That was the first quadrilogy we have ever seen. This actually might be the second quadrilogy. Alexandre Pantoja could beat Brandon Moreno here, and then we can get a 4th fight out of him. That'd be incredible. Oh, that would be incredible. Anyway, he's taking on Alexandre Pantoja. This guy has earned this title shot. He's a fun fighter. He loves walking forward, going to work. Really nice power. He does a lot of damage, and he can grapple as well. He actually submitted Brandon Moreno in one of those wins. His striking is actually very fundamentally sound. It's a lot of 1-2s. It's super clean. He doesn't take a ton of risks. You're not going to see him spinning, but he's going to come forward, plot forward, do all the right things, and try to make it happen with his power, his pressure. And he can do some really solid damage there. He's very, very durable. And the only time we've really seen him get beat, like one-sided beat, are people who can take him down and control him. This is a great fight. It's a well-earned title shot for Pantoja. I think Brandon Moreno is going to win. I think this fight should be a little closer, not because of the history, because I keep mentioning Pantoja beat him twice. That's so long ago. Brandon Moreno is not the same fighter. Brandon Moreno is not even the same fighter today as he was in the second Figueiredo fight.
Yeah, his improvements have been wild.
It's been absolutely incredible. It's been absolutely incredible.
He's only 29 too, I think. Right? 29?
Really? Holy shit, yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
So I think Brandon Moreno is going to win this fight. I think he can work in the takedowns if he needs to. I think his toughness is just next level insane. But I do think he needs to keep it dirty. If he tries to fight a clean fight, Pantoja's going to light him up, because Pantoja's the more technical striker on the feet. I think Brandon Moreno needs to work in takedowns, stay in his face, keep it dirty, grind, and go from there. But I do think Brandon Moreno is going to win this fight. I don't know how you could disagree with that statement. But
I think that's one of the craziest things you've ever said. I
don't think Brandon Moreno is the more technical striker.
I don't think Pantoja is a very good striker at all. I think he comes in, he blitzes in with power, but he wants to just kind of blitz in to get his bread and butter is take you down, get your back. That's what he wants to do, and he has striking to get to those positions. But if you're just going to stand and strike as a kickboxing match, I'll take Brandon Moreno 10 out of 10 times versus Pantoja. He's going to have the power advantage. He's going to throw wild. He's got the wild shots, but Brandon Moreno is just so technical as a boxer, so sound defensively, good counters, and he seems to get better as the fights go on. So, and that's kind of how I saw this fight. So when I went down and I was breaking down this fight, and let me first say that I believe that this co-main and main event combination is going to be the best entertainment value main combination in the entire year. I think both these fights are going to be absolutely fantastic. They're going to bring the noise, bring the power, bring down the house. Angela's going to be rocking, but I thought going into this fight, I'm going to pick Pantoja, right? In my mind, I'm picking Pantoja. Let me start watching film and let me find reasons to pick Pantoja to just kind of verify my thoughts. And I came out of breaking down film not only picking Moreno, but betting on Moreno as well, because Pantoja to me is a 2-round guy, and he's all submissions. He wants to get on your back. He wants to submit you. And on the feet, he's just a little bit too wild for me for a guy like Brandon Moreno. And I don't see a situation where Pantoja comes in, gets a takedown, gets the back, and submits Brandon Moreno at this level, because that's one of the things that Brandon Moreno has improved on the absolute most is his wrestling, his defensive grappling, but also his offensive wrestling. He can easily sweep even a guy like Pantoja. Even if he gets taken down, he can sweep him, end up on top. And Brandon Moreno is very good at keeping top control and staying safe. Even when when Figgy had him in a couple guillotine situations, didn't panic, got out of the situation, kept control, and I like that in those abilities against a guy like Pantoja. So I think Pantoja is going to be somewhat live in the first couple rounds because he is so high level at getting to legs, climbing the back, and weird things can happen when people dry and all that type of stuff. So I hedged my moneyline bet in a way. But I think Brandon Moreno can easily dominate the striking in this matchup, defend the takedowns, defend the kind of the scrambles, and really kind of take over this fight third, fourth, fifth round, and maybe even find a TKO if Pantoja doesn't win this early. But I'm pretty high on Brandon Moreno in this matchup, and that's me thinking I was going to pick Pantoja until I started watching film. I think Brandon Moreno is just head and shoulders way too good on the feet than Pantoja.
Well, he put out Kai Kara-France, which was a solid win against another high-level striker. But I don't know. I actually like Pantoja's strike. I just like that it's very basics. It's 1-2, 1-2. It's like what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing it. No spinning, no crazy, no bullshit. Brandon Moreno can get a little crazy with his striking and can leave himself exposed at times because he is getting crazy. Too much movement. His hands aren't where they're supposed to be.
I see those completely. Completely different. Brandon Moreno's always right here. Pop, 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 pop. Hands up. He's always got that nice high guard right here. And Pantoja's blitzing in. Whop, whop, whop. Chin exposed.
Well, we both picked him to win. So I think this fight, as you said, should be a really fun fight. I think it's going to be, it's just going to be nice to see. It's similar to the main event that we're about to break down. It's going to be nice to see Brandon Moreno fight new people. Like, all right, we've seen it.
Really fresh, really fresh fights. Yeah, I'm excited for both these.
Yeah. So we're both on the Moreno side.
Wish I could have went to Vegas,
Well, there might be a seat behind us if you want one. Actually,
wish I knew that was the kind of the plan.
You know what you can do instead? Why don't you come over tomorrow for a barbecue? Got some sausages, people coming.
We got some
steaks.
That down. I'm dedicated to the channel. I've got a Lock of the Week video to do.
And you're going to be filming the Lock of the Week video the entire day?
Literally. Actually, the editing on this is probably going to take like 3 or 4 hours. So I'll probably film for 3 hours and edit for 4 or 5 hours on the 4th of July. So I hope everyone's pretty happy about that.
You sent me the...
That's why I was texting somebody over the weekend, and they were like, "Oh, what kind of life is that?" Because I was like, I just stream all day Saturdays. I do my research all day Sundays. What kind of life is that? It's like I'm fucking grinding for a better life. You know what I mean? Got to get out of this situation.
I appreciate it every time, other than when I invite you over and you don't come over to do that shit. That's the only times I'm like, fuck this loser. Anyway, $8,700 in DraftKings. You're going to spend that money. You think he finishes them, but it's 5 rounds that are busy. That's an affordable price point. You think he works in the takedowns? He's probably worth that 87. You agree?
Pantoja's tough, but I think he could. I think he could get tired and get TKO'd. Third, fourth, fifth round. And Brandon Moreno with reversals, right? 5 points for reversals or sweeps and all that type of stuff, and could get takedowns on his own. Brandon's a sneaky good play, sneaky good value, 87 in my mind.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. So I agree with that. And this is a tricky DraftKings week because there are such heavy favorites at such high price points and so many fights that should end in stoppage. And there's live underdogs, but you got to make sure you have the right ones because it's going to be a very tricky DraftKings week. So make sure you use all of our DraftKings tools. At WeWantPicks.com, you're going to get the picks, the bets, the AI. You're going to get the DraftKings optimized. You're going to get everything you could ever need, including data that you can use, you can look at, you can make your own decisions. It's only $10 a month. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member.